A mom and dad in Illinois face murder charges this morning, accused of killing their son. We will update you on that case and what's next for that couple.
And if you're running crazy legs this weekend, you won't be starting at the Capitol Square. But one alder says it's a case of unintended consequences to cut back on traffic. We'll explain straight ahead.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everybody, and thanks for joining us for News 3 Now this morning. It is Thursday, April 25th, and if you're running crazy legs, I think traffic might be the least of your concerns this weekend.
Yeah, you might want to rethink what you're wearing for that run because the forecast has changed quite a bit for Saturday. Let's talk about this morning, though, first. Stay tuned to Maine weather for that Saturday forecast. Ooh. Nice. The sun is up this morning. We have a beautiful sunrise here in Madison. Some clouds moving in, though, kind of warning us that there will be more clouds through the day today. Here's a look at Doppler track. We have some rain moving into west central Wisconsin as we speak this morning. It will be tracking south through the day today, so expect those showers to arrive in the Madison area after lunchtime and then continue to move on out through the evening hours. Mainly just some light showers expected, although cannot rule out an isolated rumble of thunder in far southern Wisconsin. Temperatures this morning are still dropping here in Madison. We don't have much cloud cover, so it's 42. Janesville has dropped to 39. This is not something that we typically see, but temps are actually a little warmer to the north and west. 46 in the Dells, 51 this morning in Camp Douglas. Our temperatures will still be mild today, hitting highs in the mid to upper 60s. But again, that rain chance is with us through the afternoon. Here's a look at your first alert traffic maps this morning. Roads are still dry early today, but we are seeing some slowdowns on Verona Road as you approach the Beltline. That's in the construction zone there. Otherwise, no issues to report. Looks like you're traveling at posted speeds as you head into Madison.
I was just driving the Verona Road newness yesterday.
Oh, did you figure it out?
What a mess.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet.
It was okay. I mean, it's not as bad as maybe we thought it was, but maybe it was also because it wasn't during rush hour.
Right.
Or during the morning when I'm trying to get somewhere.
Yeah, when you have a little extra time to think about it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, thanks, Hattie.
You're welcome.
First this half hour, the field of Democratic presidential candidates is up to 21 today with an early morning announcement by former Vice President Joe Biden. Biden released a video announcement on social media this morning ahead of a campaign kickoff rally next week in Pittsburgh. This will be his third run for the White House, his first since serving as vice president. It also comes after several women have come forward saying Biden touched them inappropriately. Those allegations range from a kiss on the head to a hand on the back. At 76 years old, Biden will be the second oldest candidate in the field behind Bernie Sanders. Recent polling shows Biden as the early favorite in that race, ahead of Sanders.
The parents of a missing Illinois boy are being charged with murder after his body was found near their home. AJ Friend was reported missing a week ago. His parents claimed he disappeared from their Crystal Lake home. Authorities, though, found his body yesterday and arrested his parents soon after that. Along with murder charges, they also face multiple counts of battery. There have been several complaints of parental neglect, frequent fights, and suspected drug abuse against those parents. AJ's 3-year-old brother was taken into protective custody last week. The cause of AJ's death has not been determined.
In Rock County, the fourth and final man involved in the shooting of a 5-year-old Beloit boy will spend 15 years in jail and 10 more under extended supervision. A judge sentenced Hugo Martinez with the maximum sentence for his crimes yesterday. Martinez was accused of second-degree party to a crime in the 2016 shooting death of Austin Ramos Jr. According to a pre-sentencing investigation, he was involved in getting rid of the murder weapon after that shooting.
The man accused in Beaver Dam's first homicide in almost 30 years is expected in court today, where we will all learn whether there's enough evidence to send him to trial. Ulysses Medina Espinosa is scheduled for his preliminary hearing in Dodge County Court. He's accused of shooting and killing his estranged wife, Stacia Hollinshead, last month. Now, Hollinshead was working as an assistant state attorney in Illinois and had a restraining order against Medina Espinosa when she was killed. According to court documents, she was in Beaver Dam with their daughter visiting Espinosa's parents when she was shot at least 15 times. The 5-year-old told police that he shot her mom. Medina Espinosa is currently being held on a $2 million bond.
The Dane County Sheriff's Office says a Cottage Grove home is a total loss after a fire this week. It happened just before 3 yesterday afternoon. Crews from Cottage Grove, Stoughton, and Deerfield were able to put out the fire in about 45 minutes, but not before it destroyed the home's roof and did an estimated $300,000 in damage. Nobody was hurt in the fire. Officials say no one was home at the time. In other local news this morning, there is a meeting tonight to fill neighbors in on plans to tear down a popular restaurant downtown and replace it with a 6-story apartment building. McGrath Property Group has a contract to demolish the Essen House and 4 duplexes behind it along Blair and Wilson Streets. The plan would restore the Comeback Inn next door. The complex would include up to 250 rooms, a parking garage, and up to 10,000 square feet of commercial space. If you'd like to learn more, the meeting starts at 7 p.m. tonight at the Madison Municipal Building.
Police are preparing for the notorious Mifflin Street Block Party, which will mark its 50th year this Saturday. Madison police spent yesterday running drills of common scenarios that could put participants in danger. The annual party draws large crowds of students and community members. Last year, it cost the city more than $100,000 to patrol the event.
Also taking place this weekend, the Crazy Legs Classic. And for the first time in its 37-year history, the race will not start on the Capitol Square. Event coordinators say that's due to several factors, including an ordinance that requires fewer events downtown to cut back on traffic. With the Mifflin Block Party falling on that same day, city staff like police or metro workers might have a hard time getting around. Alder Mike Verveer helped draft that measure after hearing those concerns from city workers, but says he didn't mean for it to impact legacy events like Crazy Legs the way it did.
I then worked hard with others over the last several months to amend the language that staff was originally proposing to exempt Crazy Legs and many other beloved legacy events from the impacts of this new ordinance.
Well, the ordinance has already impacted other events, including the Pride Parade downtown. Alder Verveer says he's still excited. Plus, the huge perk is ending Crazy Legs in Camp Randall with a beer.
6:06 right now, and Mom and Dad, if you're looking for a little extra help in the office today, it is Take Your Kids to Work Day. Christina Laurie will have live reports from the accounting firm to hear what those new young employees will learn today.
It looks like we already have some visitors this morning. Hattie's kids are waking up early with us. Hattie, I don't think realize it's Take Your Kids to Work Day, not Put Your Kids to Work Day.
Sorry, guys.
Love it. They'll help with today's forecast. That's up next on News 3 Now this morning.
They look thrilled.
Good morning from the Hattie patio. I have a special helper today. This is my son, Aiden. Aiden, first of all, thanks for getting up way earlier than you normally would get up on a school day. Are you pretty excited about that?
Yep.
Really? You're not lying to me?
I don't really care.
You don't care? All right, well, Aiden's gonna help me with the weather this time, get a little introduction of what it's like to be a meteorologist. So let's talk first a little bit about what's coming this weekend. We have kind of some icky weather coming later on this weekend. Starting off on a beautiful note this morning, Aiden. Take a look. Here's the Skycam shot this morning. Look at that. The sunrise. Pretty nice, huh?
Yep.
I'm going to hand you the clicker. You punch this button number 1. Click it right now, and we'll advance through the graphics. There is an alert day in the forecast for this weekend. It comes on Saturday. Did you hit that button?
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. All right. Oh, there's our future track forecast model. This is on Friday. You're not seeing any clouds there on the map on Friday, are you?
No.
No, Friday looks nice. Hit the button again, see what happens. Here's Saturday morning. Looks like some rain, possibly some snow working its way into the area. Hit the button again and we'll show you what happens. Look at this. This is 4:30 Saturday afternoon. You know what happens at 4:30 on Saturday?
My baseball game.
Your baseball game. It's opening weekend for West Madison Little League. Do you think you're going to be playing baseball with some snow falling?
I don't know.
Doesn't look good, does it? Fingers crossed that things might change, but it looks a little wet and a little cold on Saturday for any outdoor activities. Hit that button again and we'll show you that the precipitation moves out of the area, though, by Saturday night into Sunday morning. So a drier day is forecast for Sunday. All right, keep clicking that button, Aiden. We'll see what happens next. This could be potential snow accumulation. Are you excited about that?
No, not anymore.
I don't think anybody is excited about that snow anymore this time of the year. All right, click it again. Let's see what we have next. Here's what we have this morning. Again, it's pretty nice outside right now, right?
Yep.
What would you say? Well, you're not wearing a jacket, but
No.
I am. What would you tell your friends? Do you need a jacket this morning?
Probably not. It's pretty warm.
All right, so I'm a wuss. There you have it on live TV. I'm wearing a jacket this morning. Click the map again. We do have some rain that will be moving into the area. Temperature in Madison, can you see it? What is it right now?
It is
42.
42.
42 degrees. I didn't give him a chance to look at this map before we went on to air this morning. It's 42, but it's actually a little bit warmer up to the north and west. Click it again, and we'll show you a closer view of temperatures here across southern Wisconsin. It is a chilly start to the day. Temperatures, though, should warm nicely. Click that map again, and we'll show you that winds are calm for the region. Now, one more time, click it. And there we go. Here's our future track forecast model. If you're wondering what the forecast is going to be like today, click that map and it'll move through the time. Keep clicking it. Clouds keep moving in through the day today. One more time, some showers are in the forecast later on this afternoon into this evening. So if you do have activities outside today, be prepared. There is a little bit of rain in the forecast. Keep clicking it until we get to the extended forecast here. I think one more time.
There.
There, you want to tell people what it's going to be like on Friday?
It's going to be 62 degrees and sunny.
All right, click it one more time so we get that full 10-day forecast. Temperatures cool down quite a bit. What's that high on Saturday?
70 degrees.
70. That's what you wish. It's actually 40 for the high on Saturday.
Okay.
So quite a bit colder. All right, well, we have traffic coming up after this. Let me take the clicker from you. We'll send it over to Jason Stone, who is doing all of our traffic duties this morning. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning. No major incidents to report at this time. We see delays on the Beltline near Stoughton Road. Otherwise, drivers are getting to the Beltline without delay and are moving at the posted speed limit. Expect to pump the brakes on Verona Road in both directions between the Beltline and Highway PD. All other major routes heading into Madison and around Dane County are mostly clear. Only moderate lining up at the intersections on East Wash and around the Capitol Square. With your first alert traffic, I'm Jason Stone.
Thank you, Jason. And Aiden, you rocked it, man. And if only it could be 70 degrees on Saturday.
I'll take that forecast. Nice job, Aiden.
I like that substitution. So, not just Hattie's kids, it's other kids across the area that are skipping school and heading to work with mom and dad.
This is a national event that gives kids a glimpse into the working world and gives businesses a few extra interns for the day. Our Christina Laurie is taking part at Baker Tilly's offices today. Christina, you finding some future reporters out there?
I think I am. I have a future reporter, photojournalist, producer, maybe an accountant too, since we're at a public accounting firm, Baker Tilly, this morning. Unlike Hattie, I don't have any kids of my own, so I borrowed these fine ladies. We have Allie, and Caitlin. Good morning, girls. Thanks so much for waking up early. So I wanted to ask you, all of you have been to take your kid to work day before. What are you looking forward to today? What are you excited about, Caitlin?
To do all the groups.
To do all the groups. Okay, Allie, can you explain what type of groups are there? What are you excited for?
I'm excited for making the t-shirts for next year.
Okay, let's zoom in on their teachers. So this is a contest that happens every year. They all draw a design, and then that's used on the t-shirt for the following year. So this was last year's winner. Allie, what are you excited about besides the contest?
Making new t-shirts.
Okay, making the t-shirts. That's a crowd favorite then. Do you know what your parents do here? Do you know what their jobs are? Anyone know? What does your mom do?
Helps us get a good house and have good food to live with.
Good. That's the importance of having a good job, right? What about you, Allie?
She helps people take care of their money.
Yes, helps people take care of their money. And you?
My mom people call my mom, so sometimes she puts other people on the phone, and then most people call her, and then she writes it down or types it down.
So all very important jobs here, and these kids will learn that and a whole lot more throughout the day today. We're going to meet 3 other kids coming up in about 30 minutes, but for now, I'll send it back to you, Leah and Danica.
You got to take care of that money, Christina. Yeah. Somebody's got to do it,
Very
so we appreciate their moms and dads doing it for us. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Up next on the program this morning.
Good morning from the News 3 Now First Alert Weather Center. I have lots of help this morning. This is Evan, my youngest. You want to say good morning, Evan?
Good morning.
A little early for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, this is the part of the show that we usually do the bus stop weather forecast, so I thought I'd let you take over those duties. We'll start with current temperatures. You know what the temperature in Madison is right now?
42 degrees.
42 degrees. It's actually a little bit warmer in some other parts of the area. To the north and west, it's closer to 50 degrees this morning. Click that button one time on the clicker, and it'll take us to the satellite and radar maps. Now, what do you see on the map that's green?
Rain.
Rain, yeah, we do have some rain in the forecast today. We're not seeing any rain here in southern Wisconsin just yet, but that rain isn't too far off, so there may be some rain in the forecast today. Click one more time and we'll do the bus stop weather forecast. This is for all your friends. What school is that behind you?
Chavez.
Your school, yes. And so for the lunchtime recess, maybe still dry. What's the temperature at lunchtime?
64.
But would you recommend packing an umbrella in your backpack today?
Yes.
Yeah, because at pickup time, there may be some showers moving through the area. So a little bit wet as we end the day. And that's your bus stop weather forecast.
Thank you, Hattie. Researchers in Milwaukee could be close to preventing dementia in women by addressing a different condition. Dr. Mandira Mera is joining us from SSM Health this morning to talk about how treating menopause might help prevent Alzheimer's. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a really interesting study.
It is such a great point, Leah, because we've talked about dementia, we've talked about Alzheimer's, we've talked about why this affects men and women differently. And all the data is not completely out on that, but we do know that women are more affected by dementia. And we don't know exactly why. There have been a lot of theories. Initially, we thought, well, women live longer than men. Therefore, if they live longer than men, this must be a disease of aging. Therefore, women are affected more. Turns out that's not the only reason, and that may not be the actual reason why women have this more. But what we do know that if women do have this more, that definitely deals with how we tackle the disease differently. So women that have, for example, menopause, another study has come out that showed that women that have menopause and more hot flashes and more symptoms actually may have a higher risk of having dementia. So there's a new medication that's in developmental stages. It's not going to be available in pill format tomorrow. It may still take some years, but there's a theory that if we can treat some of the menopause symptoms, for example, the hot flashes, and reduce some of those symptoms, maybe we can in turn reduce the risk of dementia. So this is super exciting because we're finally paying attention to the fact that men and women are affected differently by this disease, and then how can we treat this? Of course, this is not just a concern in the US, it's a global concern. Something like 50 million people are affected by this. So being able to really tackle this and say, how can we develop a medication or a pill that basically would help women treat possible dementia symptoms down the road is super important.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on and talking with us this morning.
Yeah, great to be here.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We're celebrating Take Your Kid to Work Day with the next generation of reporters, photographers, and much more. Why these kids say they're actually excited to be up this early.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Well, good morning and welcome to the final half hour of News 3 Now this morning. It is 6:27 almost here on this Thursday, April 25th. And unfortunately, we've got to bring a chance for rain and storms back into the mix here.
We'll take a chance for rain and storms ahead of a 30-degree drop in temperatures for the weekend. Hattie's looking at our forecast for today first, though. Hey, Hattie.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, you got to love April. You can get all types of weather in April, and we have all types just in the next couple of days. Let's take a look, though, at where we start this morning. The Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville, showing you mostly clear skies this morning in Platteville. Nice sunrise underway. Temperatures should warm pretty quickly. We do have a cold front moving through the area, though, and it's generating a little shower activity. Those rain showers have not really made much progress to the south over the last couple of hours, but they will begin to work their way into southern Wisconsin as we head towards the afternoon. So there will be rain chances in the forecast today. Temperatures are coldest in the east, where skies are clear. 39 in Janesville right now, 42 here in Madison. Contrast that with 48 in Prairie du Chien and even 51 in Camp Douglas. Normally, Camp Douglas is one of the colder spots in our area, but today it's the warmest. Here's a look at your forecast as you head out the door this morning. You'll want the sunglasses early, but you might need the rain gear later on. Afternoon showers moving through the area. Maybe a few isolated rumbles of thunder as well, but still staying mild today with highs at 68 degrees. Enjoy the warmer temperatures today because things do cool down quite a bit for the upcoming weekend. Here's a look at our traffic maps this morning. No major issues, just the usual crowds starting to show up on Stoughton Road near the Beltline, getting a little busy at Verona Road and the Beltline as well. No accidents to report, though. I looked around the area. Looks like you're still going your posted speeds heading into Madison. Again, keep in mind the new traffic pattern on Verona Road, though, as you go to the Beltline and go south from the Beltline as well. That may confuse you just a little bit today.
Yeah, it's certainly some cone maneuvering, if nothing else, Hattie.
It's that season, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. And changes always kind of throw people off for a few days. So thanks for the heads up. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So the top story of the morning today is the race for the White House, with former Vice President Joe Biden officially announcing his run. Biden released a video announcement on social media this morning ahead of a campaign kickoff rally next week in Pittsburgh. This will be his third run for the White House, his first, though, since serving as vice president. It also comes after several women have come forward saying Biden touched them inappropriately. Those allegations range from a kiss on the head to a hand on the back. At 76 years old, Biden will be the second oldest candidate in the field, behind only Bernie Sanders. Recent polling shows Biden as the early favorite in that race.
More local news this morning as the leaders of a Rastafarian church in Madison say they are ready to sue the city over a cease and desist order. We first reported on the first of its kind church here in the city last month. The Lion of Judah House of Rastafari offers marijuana as a religious sacrament to members of the congregation who donate to the church. There is documentation of both the state and federal governments approving the church's religious status, but since News 3 Now featured it, the city attorney's office has gotten involved, saying it has not received any sort of paperwork that proves the Lion of Judah House is legitimate.
They don't really have a way to prove that I'm doing the things that they don't want me to do. They're accusing me of selling, but we don't sell. They're accusing me of giving it to anyone. We only give it to members.
That right there is Jesse Schwark. He's the founder of the church and says he is ready to file a lawsuit if he needs to keep the doors open for its 6,000 or so members who participate in the marijuana-based sacrament. The city attorney's office says it could eventually take this to circuit court to have the place shut down.
Just into the Channel 3000 Alert Center this morning, the State Journal is reporting that a Fitchburg family has won $22.5 million in a lawsuit that claims their son suffered permanent brain damage during surgery at the American Family Children's Hospital. That suit alleges the 6-week-old boy was deprived of oxygen while he was in surgery back in April of 2016. The anesthesiologist in this case was a last-year resident who failed to react to low blood pressure readings. The money will come from a state malpractice fund that covers all doctors in Wisconsin.
A popular Fitchburg festival will not happen this year, and there are no plans to bring it back. The organizer of Fitchburg Days has canceled that event indefinitely. Last year's event was cut short after a number of teenagers were arrested. Recently, a city committee denied a permit for amplified sound there, and then Tuesday, council decided to vote against an alcohol license. The organizers say without those key components, putting on the event just isn't possible. The city's new mayor says what was once a homegrown, family-friendly event is now outshined by less wholesome incidents. 6:31 right now, and kids across Wisconsin will get a taste of the real world today, including Hattie's kids who are with us this morning for this national Take Your Daughters and Sons to Work Day.
The event was initially just open to girls when it started back in 1992, but now it's expanded to all kids, with 3.5 million workplaces participating. Our Christina Laurie is at one of them this morning, Baker Tilly on Madison's east side. How's it going, Christina?
It's going great. I don't have kids of my own like Hattie, so I decided to adopt 3 more this morning. You met 3 earlier. This time we have Mason, Peyton, and Callie. Good morning, guys. Are you excited to be here today? Yeah. Okay, we need a little more enthusiasm as this goes on. But Mason, I'm going to start with you. Why are you excited to go to work with Mom?
I like to do the projects and things like that.
What type of projects?
Today we get to build birdhouses.
Building birdhouses. Okay, a lot of the events today are going to be Earth Day themed since Earth Day was earlier this week. Okay, so it's your turn, Peyton. Why are you excited to come to work with Mom?
Pizza.
Pizza. Love the honesty. There's pizza and Culver's for lunch, I hear. Did you know about the Culver's?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds good too. And Callie, you've gone to work with your dad before. I know you're excited to be back. Why? What are you looking forward to?
To meet new people.
To meet new people. Have you met new people when you were here in the past? Have you made some friends? Why do you like doing that?
I don't know.
Wait, well, because you're a fun person, probably, right? You like meeting new people. Great. So I'm going to send it back to you, Leah and Danica, but these kids are going to stay here with us. We'll hear from them again in about 20 minutes. They're just really excited for all the activities happening today, and I would be excited if there was pizza and Culver's too.
I'm sorry, it's a little early though, right?
It is a little early.
Yeah.
Trust me, they had more energy.
Hey.
And maybe they're crashing a little bit. They don't have coffee like us.
I know.
Once they get that pizza, they'll wake up a little bit more. Christina Laurie reporting live for us. Thank you, Christina.
All right, so it is one of those stories we wish we did not have to share. A woman from our area says someone tried to steal her late husband's identity while she was still grieving.
But first, a decade's worth of superhero flicks all comes down to one 3-hour epic that comes out today. We're talking Avengers Endgame when we return here on News 3 Now this morning. Okay, Mr. Jim Bradley is making me very glad that I broke out my new hammock and my paddles for my kayak because he's suggesting we head out to Devil's Lake for a little bit of camping.
Not a bad suggestion at all.
No, it is not. And a gorgeous shot, Jim. Thanks so much for sharing that. What does your morning look like? Take a picture, post it on Facebook or on Twitter, and use the hashtag MyNews3Morning so Danica and I can find and share our favorites right here on the program. Okay, so there will be a lot of Marvel movie fans assembling for the long-anticipated finale of the Avengers series. Avengers Endgame officially opens today as early as 7 a.m. in some theaters. It's more than 10 years and 21 movies in the making. It's expected to smash box office records, already setting a record in China by making $100 million just on opening day. If you're thinking about going, you're going to get comfy, and maybe get any bathroom breaks in early. That's because the movie clocks in at 3 hours and 1 minute long. Our Will Loper is going to have a preview of the blockbuster coming up tomorrow morning.
There will be some new Packers by the end of tonight. The first round of the NFL draft is tonight in Nashville. The Packers do have 2 first-round picks this year at 12th and 30th overall. After spending big on defense in free agency, they are expected to focus more on the offense in the draft, including offensive linemen, wide receivers, and tight ends. The draft starts at 7 o'clock tonight.
And we now know when the Boston Celtics will be coming to Milwaukee for the Eastern Conference semifinals. The NBA announced the schedule for the next round of the playoffs yesterday. Game 1 between the Celtics and the Bucks will be at noon on Sunday at the Fiserv Forum. Game 2 will be on Tuesday night before the series heads out east for Game 3 next Friday. Last year, the Celtics knocked the Bucks out of the playoffs in a tough 7-game series.
Hoping there's not deja vu there for sure. All right, if your kids are tagging along with you to work today, you might have to dodge some raindrops on the way home. But the big weather story comes this weekend when the temperature drops significantly.
Ooh.
Yeah, like a lot. The extended forecast is coming up next.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV. Thanks for watching News 3 Now this morning.
them on TV. Wave to us, guys. There they are. It is Hattie's kiddos taking over master control. Well, not really. They are under other supervision this morning. It is Take Your Kids to Work Day, though, and we appreciate Hattie's kiddos actually waking up way before school today to join us. And of course, we're putting them to work a little bit, but it's good to see them get some fresh blood into the newsroom this morning.
A little extra meteorologists, some extra producers. I'm loving it. Okay, 6:43 your time now. We are sharing a call for action tonight over a scammer who tried to take advantage of a woman in Stoughton dealing with the loss of her husband. This might be the lowest of lows here. Marge Kittleson's husband, Lowell, died last month. The same day his obituary went up online, she got a call from someone spoofing the phone number of her funeral home, pretending to confirm details of his death certificate. The amount of information they had was staggering. They had everything except the social security number. They hung up when Marge questioned their story.
I'm assuming that she just had the obituary from online and just went through that line by line of what she needed to in order to fill out a death certificate.
We are going to share more of Marge's story and why this type of scam, however appalling, is actually decades old. We're also going to talk about ways to protect your family from this type of fraud. That is tonight on News 3 Now at 10. And this is the kind of identity theft that we're trying to fight against here at News 3 Now, with an event happening this weekend to help you protect your information. News 3 Now is partnering with Pelletary and the Better Business Bureau to offer free document shredding. That's happening Saturday morning from 8:30 until 11. I'll be there. We're asking you to limit your papers to 3 bags or boxes per vehicle, but bring that out and we'll be ready to help. For more information, head over to channel3000.com/shredfest or get a reminder by signing up for our Shredfest Facebook event.
We might have a little difficulty keeping those papers dry on Saturday. Let's turn it over to Hattie McLean and Izzy this morning. Hey, guys.
Good morning. Yeah, this is my daughter, Izzy. She's going to help me with this next weather forecast. Wanted to first start out, though, check out behind us, Izzy. This is our nice view of the Capitol from the Edgewater Skycam. Pretty nice morning, right?
Yeah.
You're usually up at this time of the day.
No.
No? No. All right. Well, I appreciate you getting up early and coming in to work with me. Let's walk over here, talk a little bit about what's happening through the day today. Keep there. Oh, there's your brothers. See that? Nice. Now, here's where we tell Sue, could we go to the weather maps? Say, look what happens. Sue goes to the weather graphics. Now, you have a spirit day at JMM today, right?
Yeah.
Do you know if you're working outside?
I don't think I am.
Well, you might be lucky then, because check out, here's the forecast for Spirit Day today. If you have some friends that are working outside, look what happens for the afternoon.
Yeah.
Some rain moving in, right? So if they're working outside, they might want to grab the rain gear, but temperature is still pretty mild. Check out that 3 p.m. temperature. What do you see?
66 degrees.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad for being outside today. Now, here's a look. Thank goodness you're not working outside on Saturday. Here's our future track forecast model. The time is 7 o'clock Saturday morning. What is this green stuff?
Rain.
Oh, perfect. I've schooled her well. Watch what happens. Hit the button and this graphic advances through time. By 10 o'clock, temperature is really not warming up much, Izzy. We're still in the 30s here in Madison. Some rain and snow moving into the area. Your brothers have outside events on Saturday. I'm making you go with us to these events. Lacrosse is in the morning. We're going to have to bundle up, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of rain and snow in the area. Baseball not looking so good later on in the afternoon. There's likely going to be some very wet and heavy snowflakes falling. 32 degrees. Temperatures likely staying in the 30s for much of the afternoon. So very chilly on our Saturday. Things improve on Sunday. This is Sunday morning, Izzy. You don't see any clouds in the area, do you?
No.
But a northeasterly wind, temperatures starting out possibly in the 20s. You probably don't want to see this map, but this is snow accumulation. There is a little bit possible. It's an alert day on Saturday. Look at that. What do you see for Madison?
2.5 inches.
Now, again, this is a forecast model, so these numbers will likely change, but we could see some light snow accumulation through the area. Here's Doppler track this morning. This is the chance for rain that we were talking about for Spirit Day. You see Izzy right here, a little bit of rain moving into west central Wisconsin. Now it is going to make its way to the south. Here's a look at current forecasts for rain amounts. What do you see for numbers here across the area?
They're in the point digits.
The point digits. They're less than 1/2 inch for southern Wisconsin, so we're not talking a lot of rain. Here's something that you shouldn't have any issues with. These are current temperatures. What do you see for Madison?
42 degrees.
Do you want to point to any numbers this morning?
No.
No? All right, I'll do it for you. What do you have minimum point this morning?
45 degrees, 44.
And Platteville. All right, our forecast does call for that chance for rain moving in through mainly the afternoon hours. It'll come to an end this evening. Let's look at that extended forecast. All right, come on over here, Izzy, walk with me. We're gonna go over to the main desk while the extended forecast comes up. That alert day is in the area for Saturday. We're looking at highs right around 40 degrees. So I guess the piece of advice would be to enjoy the 60s for the next couple of days because it does really cool down for the upcoming weekend.
No.
Here's this. You want to do the pet luck forecast, Izzy? Sure. So, read the pet names.
Sweet pea and noodles napping.
Aren't they cute? And it is perfect weather for napping this afternoon.
It is.
With a little bit of rain outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna get a nap in, Izzy?
Hopefully.
After this, I was about to say, after this early morning, I would certainly, what do you think, guys? Nap in the future?
I don't have time.
You busy guy over
Oh
here.
my goodness.
What is it? Your social calendar is just totally full, isn't it?
Yeah.
I figured this much. Popular dude.
Boy, Danica, I think we're out of a job here. It's going to be the McLean show pretty soon.
I like it. I like it, though. Thank you guys for waking up. Hopefully you get some kind of caffeine, some sugar, right?
A little bit of sugar, yeah.
I'll treat
Donuts.
them.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
They walked in and was like, Mom, you have so many TVs at work. You get to watch TV all day, Mom.
That's all we do. Thank you, Hattie, and thank you, guys.
Morning Sprint's coming up next right here on News 3 Now this morning. .52 time for the morning sprint. Hattie has another mild day in store for us, but it does come with a chance for rain and storms.
And Christina Laurie is on the east side, where some kids are getting that important lesson as part of Take Your Kids to Work Day. But we start with the race for president, where former Vice President Joe Biden ended months of speculation early this morning, announcing he is running for president with a video on YouTube. This will be his third run for the White House. He's the 21st candidate to jump into the crowded race. Recent polling shows Biden as the early favorite in the Democratic race, just ahead of Senator Bernie Sanders.
The president will be back in Wisconsin this weekend for the first time since campaigning for Republican candidates here last fall. He is fighting multiple efforts by House Democrats to interview current and former administration officials. The White House is trying to block at least 3 top officials from cooperating with lawmakers on issues including security clearances, the 2020 census, and the Mueller report. That includes subpoenas for former White House counsel Don McGahn, who was mentioned in the Mueller report more than 150 times. Democrats in the House remain divided on the possibility of impeaching the president.
Governor Tony Evers says he's not one to hold grudges against his political opponents. That's in response to a comment from Assembly Speaker Robin Vos that Governor Evers should, quote, stop obsessing over what happened in the lame duck session and move forward to develop a working relationship with Republicans. Vos said Wednesday Evers needs to move beyond that grudge. But the governor said he routinely meets with Republican lawmakers, downplaying Vos's comments as, quote, huff and puff.
Things get caught up in Madison with a partisan infighting, and here's an opportunity to increase local road aids without raising taxes at all.
A Milwaukee lawmaker wants to use the state's cut of Powerball winnings to fix roads. A West Dallas man officially claimed the $768 million Powerball jackpot. That means the state will get $36.5 million in income tax that they weren't expecting. The money would normally go into the general fund, but State Senator Tim Carpenter wants to put that money in a special fund to bypass the budget process and smooth out the roads.
And it's a beautiful start this morning. Sun is up. Skies are mostly clear still here in Madison. Some clouds are expected to roll in today, as well as a chance for some rain. Here's a look at high-resolution Doppler. The rain's still well off to our north and west, but it will be sinking southward through the day today. So look for some scattered showers to begin to move in for the afternoon. Still pretty mild, though. A nice warm up this morning. We're climbing into the mid and upper 60s today. Southwest winds this morning, though, will shift to the northwest later on this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Hattie. Measles cases nationwide are now at their highest level in 25 years. Health officials are attributing the resurgence largely to misinformation that's turning parents against vaccinations. The last significant outbreak happened in 2014 when 667 cases were reported. We've already exceeded that amount in just 4 months into 2019. More than 60 new cases were reported in New York City last week alone. The CDC recommends the vaccine for everyone over a year old and says the shot is safe and highly effective.
The parents of a missing Illinois boy face murder charges this morning. Now, after he was found dead in their backyard. Now, AJ Friend was reported missing a week ago when his parents claimed he disappeared from their Illinois home. Now they face murder charges and several counts of battery. There have been, that is, several complaints of neglect, abuse, and drug use against that couple in the past. The cause of AJ's death has not yet been determined.
The man accused in Beaver Dam's first homicide in almost 30 years will find out today if there's enough evidence to send him to trial. Ulysses Medina Espinoza is scheduled for his preliminary hearing in Dodge County Court today. He's accused of shooting and killing Stacia Hollinshead a month ago today. She was working as an assistant state's attorney in Illinois and had a restraining order against Medina Espinoza when she was killed. According to court documents, she was in Beaver Dam with their daughter, visiting Espinoza's parents when she was shot at least 15 times.
Kids across the state of Wisconsin, including these 6, will get a taste of the real world today. Baker Tilly is one of the area's largest Take Your Kids to Work Day events in the area. Kids that come out to its east side location this morning will learn a whole lot more than just crunching numbers. Because today's event falls during the same week as Earth Day, this year coordinators are including activities to learn about the environment and conservation. Kids will also get a behind-the-scenes look at how their parents spend their work days and learn age-appropriate skills about saving money and working with others. Baker Tilly has been participating in this event for 15 years.
Thank you so much, Christina. 6:57 now. Let's turn it over to Jason Stone with a look at your first alert traffic. Hey, Jason.
Hey, only a minor delay westbound between Stoughton Road to Monona Drive on the Beltline. Otherwise, motorists are near or at the posted speed limit. No issues on John Nolan with brake lights at North Shore Drive. Also, heavy traffic building up on Highway 18 from Fitchburg Road to Highway PD. With your first alert traffic, I'm Jason Stone.
Thank you, Jason.
And here's one more live look from the Edgewater Skycam. Enjoy the sunshine this morning because more clouds are expected as we go through the day today. A little bit of rain in the forecast as well for the afternoon, but high temperatures still in the 60s. We're going to be wishing that it was in the 60s this weekend. Cannot believe I have to forecast snow on Saturday with an alert day.
I like having this full of a couch though, folks. Anytime you guys are welcome back. Yeah. Have a good one, everyone.